Have you ever met a woman who seems interested in 10 different things at once? Today, she loves painting. Tomorrow, she's completely absorbed in a book. After that, she's picked up yoga, and now she's teaching herself guitar. People look at her and think, why can't she just stick to one thing? But is that really a weakness, or is it actually her greatest strength? In psychology, this is sometimes called being a multi-potentialite, someone with a wide range of interests and the ability to do well in many of them, instead of committing to just one. Researchers who study creativity have found that people with diverse interests often score higher on measures of creative thinking and problem solving, because their brain is used to jumping between completely different types of information and connecting them in new ways. So this isn't restlessness. It's a mind that's simply built to explore. The second sign is curiosity that never really turns off. If you tell her something, she won't just accept it. She'll ask why, how, and what's actually behind it. Psychologists call this a high need for cognition. Basically, she genuinely enjoys thinking hard about things, not because she has to, but because it feels good to her. The third sign is that she's comfortable being alone with her own mind. Not because she dislikes people, but because getting lost in a new interest, alone, feels like recharging, not isolating. The biggest problem she runs into is that people don't understand her. When she's excited about a new hobby every few weeks, people assume she's flaky or that she can't commit. But that's not what's happening. Her brain simply isn't wired to feel satisfied by just one lane. It wants width, not depth in a single spot. Society tends to build one mold for how a woman is supposed to focus her time, and anyone who doesn't fit that mold gets quietly judged for it, even though there's nothing actually wrong with her. So why does this happen? A few real reasons. Some of it is simply how the brain is wired from the start, naturally drawn to novelty and new information. Some of it comes from upbringing. Girls who were encouraged to explore freely as kids often keep that pattern into adulthood. And some of it is confidence. She's simply secure enough to chase what interests her without needing permission from anyone else. This does come with real struggles. People pressure her to just pick one thing. Partners sometimes expect her to simplify herself instead of understanding her. And she may find it harder to meet people who match her exact mix of interests, since it's rare. But there's real strength here too. She tends to be genuinely knowledgeable across many topics, able to hold a real conversation on almost anything. She solves problems in creative ways because she's constantly connecting ideas from completely different fields, and she's remarkably independent. She doesn't need anyone's approval to keep exploring what she loves. So, if this is you, here's what matters. Don't shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. Keep giving time to the things you love, regardless of what anyone says about it. Surround yourself with people who actually get this about you, instead of ones who keep asking you to simplify. And recognize that this trait, having a mind this wide and this curious, isn't common. It's rare, and rare things deserve to be protected, not talked out of themselves. You were never scattered. You were never someone who can't commit. You were simply a mind built to explore more of the world than most people ever will.